friends, welcome to Miss Nancy's house. I'm glad that you came to visit today. I'm hoping that we can learn and play together while we grow up. And so today I'm talking about crackers. If that sounds good, I like crackers for a snack. And so I'm looking at this plate of all these different kind of crackers that you can eat. This one is kind of a square, but not quite a square. Oh, and this one I like to eat with cheese. It's the shape of a circle. And these, oh, I love this one to make s'mores over a fire. A graham cracker. And I like these rectangle ones also. And look at this one. It's a tiny one shaped like a fish. These are really good. But the one that we're going to talk about today is a square cracker called a Cheez-It. And I like these sometimes to eat for a snack in the middle of the afternoon. And they are the shape of a square. And so we're going to go and visit a factory where they make the Cheez-Its. And I want to tell you all about how they make them and how they add the cheese to the crackers. So here we go. I found this video online of how these cheese crackers are made. It's a tasty snack that I like to eat sometimes. They start with a special flour dough, but the secret ingredient to Cheez-Its is cheese and a spice called paprika. This is supposed to bring out the bold, cheesy color. But again, the big ingredient is the cheese. They use 500 pounds to make a batch at the factory. That's about as big as a grizzly bear. Can you believe it? They use a combination of cheddar and skim milk cheese. That's like having 15,000 cows milked every day. The next step in the process is when an industrial mixer mixes all of the ingredients together. Then, a worker takes the dough and rests it in a tub for 24 hours to develop the flavors. The workers load the dough onto rollers to flatten the crackers into thin sheets. A huge roller cuts the crackers and sprinkles them with salt. The dough is baked in a huge oven that's as long as a football field. And after they're broken down into 1 by 1 inch squares, there's a machine that makes the crackers jump around and dance. The crackers move over to the packing machines. The packing machines put them into boxes so that they can come to stores and we can buy them. One more thing I noticed, they put a tiny hole in the center of each cracker to help them stay crispy in the baking process. And that is how Cheez-It crackers are made. I brought 2 packages of Cheez-Its home from the store, and I thought maybe we could do something fun with them. I'm going to put this one over here so that you can see this is the whole box of Cheez-Its. But then, I'm going to take the package of Cheez-Its out of the box, and I'm going to make a puzzle. And I'm going to show you how you can make a puzzle with lots of different things that are around your house. Because it's fun to play with things, and before I would recycle this cardboard, I would make a puzzle out of it. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. So before we start today, I want to talk to you about scissors. Scissors are very sharp. The ones that I have here are very sharp. So before you would start to make your puzzle, you need to make sure that you have safe scissors for you to use, that you can use, or that you have a grown-up that can help you with this project. Because I want to make sure that everyone is safe. and I always sit down when I'm cutting with scissors. I'm going to take my Cheez-It box, first of all, and I'm unpacking it, taking it all apart, because what I really want is the front side of my Cheez-It box. So I cut along the edge. And then I cut along this edge. I even started a little bit on this side. And I don't need this part, so I'll recycle it. But I go over here and I cut off the bottom, and cut off the top. And I clear all of that away. And now, my Cheez-It box. Let's see, I think I'll make a triangle shape down here, and maybe I'll make a squiggle that can go up here, and cut, and cut, and cut. And then I'll put my scissors safely away. Now if I bring my other Cheez-It box over, I might want to use this so that I can use it to help me put the puzzle together. And so let's see. I know I see this goes down at that end. And the Cheez-It sign is way up at the top. This goes down here. I know I started with a triangle right here at the bottom. And I put the ball in, the soccer ball. And let's see, how did this go? Maybe this way? This is tricky. Move it down in. Oh, and then win! I got the puzzle all put together for my Cheez-It puzzle. So that's one way that you can make a puzzle at home out of a lot of different things that you might have. Now I'd always ask a grown-up to make sure that I was cutting up something that they didn't need. But I also made another puzzle out of an old cereal box. Let's see if we can get this one together. It's been a while since I made this one. I'm working hard, trying to figure out how it goes together. This looks like it makes the cereal bowl down at the bottom. And then we put the pieces together. And see, I can play with this over and over again until I'm ready to recycle it. And let's see, I have one more that I made. This is kind of like a matching game. I made this out of a butter container. Now let's see, because there were 3 sides to the butter container. And they only go together a certain way. There's one. Move that over there. And here's another. I matched those 2 together because if you notice, these don't quite go together, but these do. And then I matched these 2 together. So I made a matching game out of something that I had just around the house, ready to play with. And now when I'm finished playing with these, I can always recycle them and make puzzles every day with different things at my house. It's kind of a fun game that you can play. I want to sing a song with you today, that I've sung for a long time with many other children. It's a song called I Like Me by Dr. Jean, and this is how it goes. I like me, there's no doubt about it. I like me, there's no doubt about it. I like me, there's no doubt about it, 'cause I'm my very good friend. And then you can also sing to a friend. I like you, there's no doubt about it. I like you, there's no doubt about it. I like you, there's no doubt about it, 'cause you're my very good friend. That's a nice song when you meet someone that you could sing just to try to start to make friends with them. So I want to show that to you because maybe we'll sing it again another time. Okay, at the end of every episode, I want to introduce some new books that you could get from the library. But first of all, before I show those books to you this week, I want to talk to you about something that I think is really important. You might have heard grown-ups around you talk about Black Lives Matter. There's a lot of things going on in the United States that has to do with Black people and how they've been treated. African Americans in the United States have not been treated very well. Now, what does that mean for you? I believe that it means that every person that you know, no matter what color their skin is, or what race they are, or what culture they come from, whoever they are, whether they're tall or short or bigger or littler than me, I try to make sure that I'm kind to them and that I share with them and that I'm really thinking about their feelings and how we can get along. So I want to make sure that you can go to your grown-ups around you and talk to them about this and make sure that they understand that you have questions if you do. Now, some of the books that I want to tell you about have to do with some of these ideas and questions that you might have. I like this one in my library. It's called Happy in Our Skin, and I got it. It's a nice book because it talks about all kinds of children and how we can all be together and be happy. Another one that I really like is Hello World, and Hello World is greetings in 42 languages around the globe. This is from Manja Stojic, wrote this book. And let's see, The Thread of Love. I just got this book. And this story talks about a festival in India called Rakhi or Rashta Bandhan. I'm not really sure how to say that absolutely. But they make string bracelets for each other, brothers and sisters do. And I kind of thought that was a kind thing to do for my friends. This story I got a long time ago. It's called So Much, and it's by Trish Cook. And it talks about how much love goes around in this family. So much love. But I think my favorite book is The Colors of Us. When I was a school teacher, we used to read this book. It's by Karen Katz, and it talks about the colors of skin. Now, if you look at my skin, I think it's kind of butterscotch, but during the summer, it turns a little bit more the color of cinnamon. And that's what this story talks about. Everybody has different colors of skin, and it's not necessarily black or white or brown or green or yellow. Colors of skin are very different, all different kinds of colors. And I think it's fun to kind of compare the colors of skin on different kinds of people and really understand that we all have different colors of skin, but we're all people and we all need to be kind to each other. Thank you so much for coming and sharing with me today. I hope that we can play and learn together again very soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.